the Austrian Tyrol. Here at the University of Innsbruck, the staff of the Institute of Experimental Psychology is exploring the frontiers of perception. Professor Theodor Erisman, the director of the Institute, and his colleague Dr. Ivo Kohler are investigating the so-called sense of obstacles, or sixth sense, at the blind people's home. The time is midday. The residents are on their way to the dining room. This is Anton Berchtold, who has been blind since infancy. He exhibits an excellent sense of obstacles, that is, the ability to perceive objects without using the senses of touch or smell, and without the objects themselves giving away their presence by smell, temperature, or sound. On the way to the Psychological Institute of the university, a path not known to the blind man, we witness further examples of the obstacle sense. But there are limits to the sense. He can feel the end of the wall, but not the wire mesh gate. Objects near the ground level are not noticed. Soft objects, including human beings, are also difficult to notice. Perhaps the tobacco smoke has given him the hint. A quickly improvised experiment with a negative result. Narrow, stick-like things give the most trouble, also stairs, which, however, are recognized by our subject when they lead upwards. Professor Erisman asks, Mr. Berchtold, we have just seen what you can do. Would you tell us now what you actually experience when you feel an obstacle in advance? What warns you of the danger of collision? Berchtold answers, well, I have a feeling around my forehead. To begin with, it is only slight, as if I were running into a spider's web or a fine veil which is suddenly thrown over my head. If, in spite of this, I go on, it becomes stronger, almost like a nightmare. Sometimes I feel it in front of me, around my forehead, or from the side, around my brow, or further up my head, and I react accordingly. But unfortunately, I don't notice everything. Mr. Berchtold believes he is warned by skin sensations. This information provides the basis for the first experiment, insulating his skin. Substances that protect from heat rays and ultraviolet are mixed with a flour paste and smeared thickly over the bandages as an insulating layer. Electric fields are rendered ineffective by metal foil. The oxygen mask isolates nose and mouth from the outside world. The floor vibrates and could indicate the distance from the wall. To eliminate vibration effect, the subject should be isolated from the floor. Now all spots where Berchtold said he felt skin sensations are hermetically sealed off. Stimulants of smell and taste are also cut off. In spite of all this, the sense of obstacles still functions unhindered. But the next experiment, in which the ears are blocked off, immediately takes away the subject's keen perception. Earphones emitting strong noise eliminate hearing in another way. When the earphones are removed, very much smaller surfaces can be observed. It may be that the earphones, with their disturbing noise, simply diverted the subject's attention. So a stronger diversion is added: pain. And finally, a pseudophone is used, which crosses over the paths of sound to the ears. There is no more doubt that the ear plays the main role. But in what way? To investigate this point, the ear is replaced by a microphone, perception by an amplifier connected to a measuring device. The sound level in the room is made constant by an independent loudspeaker. Every object appearing in front of the artificial blind man is immediately registered by it. The object alters the sound waves always present in space by reflecting them from its surfaces. It is this kind of change in tone that alerts a blind person. Such tone changes can be produced electronically, as we see here. Dr. Kohler is creating the sensation of a wall by changing the tone. Berchtold even has the familiar skin sensations. But where do these skin sensations come from? It is the anticipation of the blow which causes the skin sensations on Dr. Kohler's face, even though there is no direct physical contact. With the blind, sound replaces sight, but the result is the same: anticipation leading to skin sensations. Because the obstacle sense is based on hearing and uses the echo of everyday normal noises, it is therefore possible to improve the sense by using a portable source of constant sound. This refined device does not replace the natural obstacle sense, but is used to develop and intensify it. This blind woman's obstacle sense was completely undeveloped. She constantly collided with objects in her path. With this new device, theory has been put into practice, and she is now an advanced student in the Obstacle Sense School at Innsbruck, Austria.